I gotta figure out who Representative Bascom's Taylor is, I think. I think I might be in need of a new suit coat here. So.
Don't ask him for a dog.
I'll take that advice. All right. Good evening, everyone. It's actually funny because Maxwell and Volk here have basically been my Friday night dates these last few weeks. We've had the Dearborn Lincoln Day dinner, we had Meet the Candidate nights over in Hidden Valley, a few other events. I think I've eaten dinner with them 3 or 4 times, maybe. At this point I'm starting to think, I ought to put them on the family Christmas card at this point. But honestly, I love seeing rooms like this. This is still one of the most, I think, in my humble opinion, Hoosier places you can be. I've been across a lot of the state, and I tell you, Ohio County still knows how to show up. That is for sure in this room tonight. So, for those who don't know me or remember me from last year, my name is Preston. I hosted and spoke at the 2025 Charlie Kirk Vigil in Lawrenceburg. I serve as the Dearborn County GOP Social Media Director, and I'm a candidate for state delegate in Dearborn County. And I spent the last year working to bring more young people back into the conservative movement, and you can see some of our young people here tonight, so it is incredible. And, the reason I'm here tonight, I gotta be honest, I loved being here last year. It was a great time. And again, I think Mrs. Tracy Stiegel, there she is. She's over there. I want to thank you again for inviting me here tonight. But at this point, we might as well make a tradition, right? But speaking of tradition, one of the deepest traditions we have as Republicans believe, is our belief in family. Not government, not Washington, D.C., and not one of the DEI boards Senator Maxwell got rid of. But it's family. The family is where society begins. It's where children are raised, values are taught, faith is passed down from next generation, or passed down to the next generation, and is prepared to inherit the country we love. And in many ways, our Republican Party becomes an extension of that family. Now, like every family, we don't always agree. That's just being honest. Every family even has the occasional weird uncle at Thanksgiving. I think we all know the ones. But at the end of the day, we are still family. At the end of the day. And that is something I've experienced personally. People like Randy Maxwell, Joe Volk, Judge Nagengard, Representative Bascom, Tracy Stiegel, and many others. Honestly, it may be quicker to name the people who haven't really kind of guided me, but I think everyone here has kind of guided me in some way. But many others across southeastern Indiana, and took the time to encourage me, mentor me, invite me into the process when I was just a student interested in politics. And like every family, we care about our children. We want to protect them. We want to guide them. We want them to know truth before somebody else sells them a lie. Because there are people out there promising young people everything for free this, free that. Government will solve everything. Washington will take care of you. But we all know, the old story of the snake oil salesman. And if someone came up to your child and tried to sell them snake oil, would you trust them? But especially if that snake oil came from Washington, D.C. Congressman Tim Burchett once said D.C. is not a swamp because a swamp is something beautiful God made, full of life. D.C., he said, is a man-made sewer of sorts. And I think a lot of Hoosiers understand exactly what he meant. The problem is this: too many young people are being told Republicans are evil, conservatives hate freedom, and Democrats are the answer to every problem. Do we all think Democrats are the answer to every problem here tonight? But that's not true. Republicans believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in work, faith, family, and local community. We believe freedom is something inherited, defended, and passed on. As Ronald Reagan warned us, freedom is no more than one generation away from extinction. That is why youth outreach matters more than ever. In Dearborn County, working with the GOP, I'm proud to say, we have helped register over 70 students to vote in this primary. We brought young people to Republican events. I see some of them tonight, like we mentioned earlier. We'll have students working the polls this year, campaigning, knocking doors, getting involved on election day. And it all started because one person invited me. Lawrenceburg City Councilman Justin Oppert. Anyone know Justin Oppert? I think a few people probably do. He knocked on my door, sat with me and talked politics for half an hour and showed me there was a place for me in this movement. And it all started because skipped over, my bad. But there was a place for me in this movement. And that is my advice to you tonight. Invite someone. Talk to young people. Talk to students. Talk to families. Go into every part of the community life with confidence. Because any institution conservatives abandon will eventually be taken over by someone else. Charlie Kirk showed us that we cannot be afraid of debate. We cannot be afraid of hard conversations. We have to show up and speak clearly and defend what we believe and invite the next generation into the fight for this country. So tonight, I want to thank Ohio County for continuing to be the kind of place where I think faith still matters, family still matters, freedom still matters, and young people like me are not pushed aside, but welcomed in. So, again, I want to thank you all tonight. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Ohio County, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.